What's up, everybody? Good morning. It is your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris, where I'm always serving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Big ups, big ups, big ups. What's up, Sasha? King Body King is in the building. China White, Grand Rising Sis. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. I normally never go live this early. I know a lot of y'all like, what the hell? I never go live. But for this, I felt it was very, very imperative that I had to do a live this morning on this because I could not put my finger on it. I knew there was a stench. I knew it was something in the spirit. And I just could not put my finger on it. But Willie D made it all make sense as to what's been causing the infestation and the manosphere. Finally, there was a grown man who broke it down and made it make sense. Now I know a lot of y'all are on y'all way to work or you're at work, so you can't do a lot of interaction in the chat room. So I totally get it, especially this time of morning and it's Monday. So I'm again, if you have to log off because the boss or you got a meeting, don't worry, I'm gonna leave the playback up or whatever. So I get it. Everybody has things they got to do. You got to go to work and everything. So I totally respect it, but I will leave it up for those of you who have to catch the playback later. I couldn't understand what was causing the manosphere to derail until I caught Willie D's live stream yesterday. And when I said that this man broke it all the way down to the science, I said, finally, there's a grown man who's talking with some common sense. And nothing turns me on more than a grown man who can talk with some common sense. Not a grown man that's screaming, not a grown man that's throwing bitch bombs every other 2 minutes in a sentence. A grown man who can talk logically and break it down to a science. Let me tell you something. I don't know about y'all ladies, but I climax when I hear a man who knows how to talk common sense. Let me tell you something. Willie D just had me busting nuts like shots. Pow, 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 pow. What I say, Willie D, I thank God for him. I really don't listen. I really don't rock with a lot of guys in the black YouTube sector, especially a lot of those that's part of the manosphere, because they're so reckless at the mouth, and a lot of them are becoming very overly emotional. They're becoming very feminine with the yelling and the screaming. So when I hear a grown man, listen, I was melting like M&M's, honey. I'm not even gonna lie, because the sad part is so many men that are so disrespectful. And again, I'm not saying all men. If it doesn't apply, you don't have to reply. I'm not talking about all men. This is not a anti-hate black man content. That's not what I'm doing. I'm talking about particular men who do not know how to conduct themselves when it comes to being in the atmosphere with other black women. Okay, so Willie D went live yesterday. For all of y'all who are not aware of who Willie D is or what he's about, Willie D was once upon a time in a group called the Ghetto Boys with Scarface and rest in peace Bushwick Bill. Now, I've always been a fan of Ghetto Boys. If y'all don't remember the song, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, Willie D was one of the guys within that group. For years, he has been doing his own podcast, okay? And I am subscribed, and I recommend that if any of you get a chance, subscribe to Willie D. And I've been following him for years because he actually talks with common sense. He's not on that woman hating, you know what I mean? He's very balanced, like my channel. He's very balanced. He's very fair. He talks very logically, so I am a supporter of Willie D. So anyway, he did a live yesterday, And I watched his live, and he was explaining why the manosphere started is having all of the problems that it's been having, because it's been a lot of infiltration. And I never understood it until he broke it down and he explained it. Now I am going to be playing the video to you guys while I'm reiterating on it. I'm going to be cutting in from time to time. I want to do basically a response, a reaction to Willie D explaining the downfall of the manosphere and how the manosphere has lost the purpose of the true cause once the real women haters started having access to the manosphere. So I'm going to be playing his content for fair use purposes only. I'm not going to monetize this video, of course, because it would not be fair. Being that Willie D's his content is going to be a part of this live. So anyway, I'm going to get it popping. I'm going to start playing I'm going to start playing his content, and I'm going to be butting in throughout the duration of it and giving my response to a lot of the things he's saying. So let's go ahead and get it started, y'all, and we'll just pretty much go from there.
You guys have heard of it by now. What's up, family? Warning. If you're easily triggered by accountability and critiquing, change the channel. Change the channel right now. Okay, here we go. It's time to talk about the manosphere. I'm sure you guys have heard of it by now.
Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Manosphere is a collection of blogs, websites, and forums where people generally congregate to discuss masculinity, gender roles, and issues with women. Men are primarily in that space, but there are some women in the space. I think it's a good idea for men to have a space where they can go and talk about their issues. Forever, women have been able to do that, and women have been able to be free to express themselves.
Now, let me pause the brakes right there. Let me know if y'all can hear Willie D. Please let me know if he's too low, or if somebody just give me a thumb up, let me know that you was able to hear some of his dialogue, because I want to make sure that my sound is correct. Now, what he just said was originally the manosphere was supposed to be just a place. Okay, good. Thank you, Sasha. Manosphere was supposed to be a place for men to come together. Thanks, King. To come together and congregate and talk about the issues that affect men, talk about issues that relate to men, because I do agree that women, we've always had a say so for the most part. As far as social media, women have always been able to build channels and go in and say what they want to say and express themselves how they want to express themselves. So I totally get it. So it was only right for the men, and I agree, to have a space in which they also have that same privilege, just like women have always had for years, to be able to discuss issues that relate to them and other masculinity issues. So I agree with that. So we will continue.
Without judgment. And now this manosphere thing has pretty much taken over the internet. And you can't deny men are now telling women what they want. Men are telling women their desires, what they expect out of them. And some guys are being criticized for that.
I'll pop the brakes here as well. Again, I agree with that, because women, we've always been able to push our narratives as far as what type of men we should be aiming for. We would always encourage other women to pick up certain type of men. Don't settle for less. Don't just pick up anybody, picking up anybody. So finally, the men had created their own space in which they were able to also encourage other men to start hiring their standards, stop accepting any woman just because she looks good or looks a certain way. So again, once again, I agree with that. Women was able to do it for years. So finally men are telling men, stop settling, stop picking up any and everything. So I totally get it. What's up, priest? For anybody who's coming in to the chat this morning, good morning to you. I really thought it was imperative that I did this content because Willie D is explaining um the reasons as to why the manosphere started losing its real significant purpose or cause once the real undercover uh anti-hate women brothers started being able to get access. The Bitterspere brothers, once the Bitterspere brothers were allowed to get access to the manosphere, it pretty much changed all the dynamics. But Willie D, a man who handles his business, who's well respected, he's going to break down all of the elements as to what made the manosphere, why it's pretty much going left, what's making the manosphere derail and go left. So I'm going to continue to let him talk, and we're going to keep it moving. So I'm so glad. Listen, I'm so glad there's finally a man who is being transparent and he's laying the cards on the table. What's up, Koja Malik? As to why a lot of these issues have been arising in the manosphere, and I'm so glad there's a man with common sense who is finally explaining the elements. And I get it, everybody's not going to agree with Willie D, but I agree with him as far as a lot of what's happened in the manosphere. There are some things he says I don't agree with, but for the most part, even when it comes to people we don't like, the truth is the truth. And he spoke a lot of truth on this particular subject. Like I said, I don't agree on a lot of stuff, but this here, it really made sense to me why things started going the way it started going with the manosphere. But I can respect anybody who has a difference in opinion. But you know what? This here about the manosphere, it made a lot of sense as far as his outlook on it. So I'm gonna finish playing it out. No problem, priest. I feel you.
In fact, a lot of guys are being criticized for that. Not all guys who are in that space have the same type of energy. For example, there are some guys who genuinely hate women who are in that space. I mean, hate women. But there are guys who love women and they just want to find that balance, be able to express themselves and tell women what they want. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to have these discussions from both sides. The other women have been able to tell me, I don't want no broke man. I want a man to be this tall. I want a man to have this much money. But now men are saying, well, I want you to be this weight, this height. I want you to be submissive. I want you to be cooperative. I want you to be this, that, and the third. And so, it's a very popular space.
So I wanted to pause the brakes on there. So like he was saying, and I said it earlier, again, women for years, we've always been able to say what we felt. We've always been able to express ourselves when it came to putting out the message of what type of men that women should be selective of. Women, we've always had our space and our say so, and being able to tell other women, this is the type of man you should want. You should want a man that make a certain amount of money. You should want a man that has a certain amount of prestige. Women have always been able to have that voice to be able to encourage that. Men, on the other hand, didn't always have that say so, but once they were given the privilege to social media, now they are also building platforms in which they too are now doing what women used to do and doing what women are still doing, saying, hey, this is the type of woman you should be, these are the type of women you should be selective of. These are the type of women you need to avoid. So I get it. the men needed a space and a place in which they too can start setting the tone for other young men coming up in the world and letting men know these are the type of women you should choose and these are the type of women you should lose. So I get it. I understand the foundation as to why the manosphere was formulated from the very beginning. Continue.
I can see why it attracts so many guys. Now, the flip side of that is that it also attracts guys who hate women. It attracts guys who are simps. And here's the trip part about it attracting the simps. The simps, they are attracted to any message that disparages women.
Okay, I want to pop the brakes there. Now, again, the manosphere, like he said, was already originally formulated for the men to have their own space. Because again, women always had their own space to say what they want about men, to disrespect men, go in on men. Women have always had a space to be able to do that. So once the brothers started congregating and coming together and building these platforms, they too started building a movement in which men can come together and start teaching and directing and guiding other men on how to be selective about the kind of women they choose. And it's only fair. I don't have an issue with that. But what he goes and says, what he starts adding to the equation is the problem with this is that it gave access to men who really do hate and despise women. So once the Bitterspere brothers, because just like you have bitter black women, yes, you also have bitter black men. And I know this is a very uncomfortable thing to say. This is a very this is not something that, first of all, the word bitter is supposed to only be associated with women. It's supposed to only be associated with women. However, there are bitter men. We all know a few bitter men who had one who struck out with a woman or with multiple women, and now because of the negative encounters he has had with women, now he has built this wall in which he has learned to just despise women altogether. Okay, so my thing is this: I don't have a problem with men having an opinion about women. I don't have a problem with men saying what type of women they like and what women they don't like. But the problem was when the undercover women haters ended up getting a full access pass, because let's face it, the Manosphere don't do applications. The Manosphere don't do thorough backgrounds. They let anybody in who has something negative to say about women. And it's no different than a lot of these man-hating channels that do the same thing. They let any sister come in who does not like black men or have an issue with black men. So I can't sit up here and just say this is just something the Manosphere does, because women do this as well with their channels and with their platforms. But again, a lot of people are not fans of Willie D. I get it. I'm not fans of some of the people y'all are fans with. And a lot of people ain't fans of me. So I'm not, I don't feel no type of way who respects his message and who doesn't. You get what I'm saying? I got people who don't rock with me like that. And I ain't mad about that. People choose who they want to rock with, who they respect, and who they don't, or whatever. So I get it, but we're going to go ahead and continue.
So even if a dude is in the manosphere and he's coming from a good space, if he's critiquing women, the simp going to look at that critique as a criticism. And he is going to be attracted to that. So anything that holds women accountable, anything that looks like they might be hating on women or don't like women or want to beat up a woman or think it's cool to shoot a woman in the foot and get away with it, you know, it's going to attract these type of guys.
Okay, pumping the brakes on that. Good morning to everybody who is into the chat. What's up, Joe W? Priest is in the building. What's up, Priest Brooklyn? So good to see you. Appreciate you. Um, Again, anybody who's just coming into the chat wondering what's going on, no, this is not a bash the Manosphere content where I'm going in on all the brothers that are a part of it or whatever. No, it's not that type of that's not the type of narrative that I'm pushing this morning. For those who are coming in, Willie D put a live stream up yesterday stating that the original reason for the Manosphere coming together and being formulated again was supposed to be a safe haven for men to be able to fellowship with other men and discuss their issues about black men and how they deal with black women in the community and all of this other stuff and things of that nature. So the Manosphere had a good cause. It was built off of a solid foundation. Because again, I get it. And I'm going to be saying the same stuff many times because keep in mind, people coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of here. So y'all may hear me repeating something I already said, but I have to do that to keep the tempo, the flow going. So Bitter Barry don't come up in here saying that, oh, here's another bitter black bitch that's shading the black men in the community. You know, like, listen, if it ain't a bitter Keisha, it's a bitter Barry. It's one or the other who comes in the chat and is just coming in the middle of the message and already has their own analysis on what's going on. So I got to repeat the same thing ever so many times. So anyway, he was saying that was the original reason for the Manosphere. But what happened was a lot of undercover women haters started getting full access to the Manosphere, and like he was getting ready to say just now, because this is a reaction video, so I'm going to be interjecting every once in a while as he's speaking. He said the problem with the Manosphere, what's been going on is they have made the movement a safe haven for a lot of Bitterspere brothers. And this is what I mean by Bitterspere brothers. First of all, I'm not saying that all black men are bitter. Second of all, I'm not saying that we should be more lenient on women, or we should give women we should have more empathy and sympathy. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the problem is a lot of these Bitterspere brethren, they were given access to come into the Manosphere. And what they've been doing is they've been bringing their bitter logics, all because they have not had the best encounters with women. Rather they were rejected by women. They probably had mama issues and things of that nature and all of that other stuff or whatever the case is. And that's the problem. Once the weirdos, once the black women haters started having a safe place where they can come and express all of their hatred, it took away from the real purpose of what the Manosphere was trying to do. The Manosphere was a place for men to be able to come together and discuss things within the black community that black men go through. It originally wasn't a place to only discuss and bash black women. That wasn't the original purpose of the platform of the Manosphere being developed and being created. It wasn't just a place to bash women or whatever. It was supposed to be a place where men can come together and feel safe and being transparent. Because I get it. A lot of times, men, y'all don't really feel safe expressing yourselves too much unless you're with a lot of other men who can relate to you. Because I get it. Sometimes when you're very transparent with women, women use it against you, and sometimes they see it as a level of weakness if you're too transparent with your feelings. So I get why a lot of the brothers started going to the Manosphere, so they can have a safe haven where they can express themselves and not be amongst other men, and be able to share their opinions and share their feelings without other women who may have ulterior motives as well, judging them or making a mockery out of them expressing their feelings. So I get it. Joe W., My question is, what is the purpose of the manosphere? What are they doing to change the social issues and concerns that affect our communities? That I can't really too much answer, but from what Willie D said, it was supposed to be a space and a place in which men can come together to discuss the social issues and concerns that affected the communities. But the problem, Joe, is a lot of, like Priest was saying, it became a haven for weirdos, and that's where people started. That's when the manosphere started losing the major purpose of the cause. Once the weirdos, the undercover women haters, was granted full access to these spaces, it totally derailed the purpose of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it continue.
You know, these women beaters, haters, simps, and the trip part about it is that they'll call a guy who will not agree with that type of behavior a simp. But really, they're hiding behind the manosphere. They're hiding within the manosphere, acting like they're really the masculine guy, the prototype guy. They're acting like they're the prototype man. Like, this is how a man is supposed to be. It's normal for me to want to be domineering to a woman. It's normal for me to want to beat on a woman. It's normal for me to talk crazy to a woman and treat a woman like a second-class citizen. That's normal. So some of these spaces have actually normalized these dudes' behavior, and that's what's dangerous.
Okay, again, pumping the brakes. Willie D just made a lot of sense. The problem is, the weirdos who get access to the manosphere, the ones who really hate women. Y'all have to realize, social media is social media. What's up, Brownlee? It means anybody can come in any space and be accepted. And the problem is, once the manosphere started pushing these logics about women, about how you need to control women, how you need to dominate women. Now, truth be told, when the message was what was pushed, it probably wasn't meant the way the woman haters was receiving it. For instance, if I'm up here having a conversation with Joe, let's say I'm a man. If I'm up here having a conversation with Joe, and I'm telling Joe as a man how he shouldn't allow a woman to run all over him, he shouldn't allow a woman to disrespect him, that's just me as a man letting him know in a positive and a healthy way of what he shouldn't accept or what he should accept from a woman. Okay, so if Joe is not dysfunctional, he'll take the message and he'll apply it the right way. But however, when it comes to dealing with the weirdos, when it comes to dealing with the undercover woman hater, he's going to take the message and he's going to apply it and utilize it in an abusive, negative manner. And that's the problem. You have the women haters that have found their way into the manosphere spaces, a place that was supposed to be a positive space for men to be able to correct men on how they deal with women, on how they build relationships with women and things of that nature. That's what it was supposed to be built for. But when you get the weirdo, the undercover woman hater, he gets a space in there. What he'll do is, while you have all of these intelligent black men coming together, congregating, sharing their views, sharing their opinions about, yeah, you know, you don't allow a woman to do this. You make sure a woman stays in a place. You're supposed to lead as a man. That's not how the weirdo, that's not how the undercover, that's what's up, third world. That's not how the undercover anti-woman hater, he's not going to receive the message correctly. He's going to receive the message in his own correction, in his own negative way. These are the ones who I do drive-bys on panels, who are up here saying, you need to keep these bitches in check. You need to keep these bras in check. That's the problem. Y'all let bitches run things. This, you can always tell the red pill raging brother. You can always tell one on the panel. He is the one who cannot give an opinion without degrading or disrespecting women in the midst of giving his opinion. That's no different than me as a black woman. If I got an opinion about a black man, I don't have to sit up here and degrade a black man while I'm having an opinion. There's one thing if I'm saying, okay, I do agree that there's not enough men that are taking leadership roles. They're sitting in the back seat. They're being lazy and letting women run the show. That's a different type of temple versus me saying niggas ain't shit. They don't give a fuck about black women and da 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 da. Look, do you see the difference in the delivery when you give the message? And that's the problem. The problem is the weirdos are having access to the manosphere and they're hiding behind the manosphere. They're in there trying to make it seem as if they're really masculine and they're really for the brothers and they really want to better themselves. They really want to grow. They really want to network with other black men to better themselves. A lot of these men, some of these men ain't in there for that. You do, just like you have a lot of bitter Brendas, you have a lot of bitter, you got a lot of bitter Barrys that are infiltrating manosphere spaces. You do have some bitter black men. I know we don't want to discuss that, but we have a lot of bitter black men who are allowed to have a space, who are allowed to earn membership. And it's always one on the panel who's always throwing bitch bombs, who's always calling each other broads, who's always calling women bitches. They have no other choice of words to use in their vocabulary. And because he's talking like a man or he's sounding like a man, and because he's pushing those negative narratives, they will let the Bitterspere brothers, not all black men, they will allow the Bitterspere brothers to have access in these spaces. And that's what Willie D is saying. Reading some of y'all comments. What's up, Reg? Third says, even though I'm from the space, I never claimed to manosphere guy because I don't agree with the majority of the rhetoric in the space. There's too many bitter and jaded brothers in the space. I'm glad, third world, that it's a lot of guys out there like you who are seeing right through it. You're not allowing multiple men to have access to you just because they're a man. You peep the bullshit, you peep the bitterness, you know there's a lot of undercover, feminine, emotionally misguided men who will come in your space and they will pretty much taint your purpose of what you're trying to do because they're bringing their bitter and jaded ways to your platform. Because whether we want to explain it a lot, bitterness is not just a black woman's disease. You do have some black men out here who are bitter. A woman at some point in time has hurt them, has disrespected them, and it even before they started dating women, it probably started with their own mamas. You have a lot of black men around here who are hating black women because the one black woman who was supposed to love and treasure him and show him the real nurturing of a woman, their own mamas failed them. Their own mothers. And a lot of these brothers ain't gonna go there and say that. I have yet to hear one man really be honest and say, my own mama failed me. I'm going to tell you that's why I don't like black women. My own mama failed me. The woman who gave birth to me, she failed me. You have a lot of brothers that's going around here angry with black men because the only black woman who was supposed to show him love, which was his mama, told him he wasn't going to be shit because his daddy wasn't shit. You have a lot of black men who were told when they were young black boys that they wasn't going to be nothing by the only black woman who was supposed to empower him and strengthen him and build him. DMX was one of those brothers, God bless his soul. He was very transparent and he said his mother never loved him. He said that. And it's not too many of them that's going to be honest because you're not just going to go around here and hate women for nothing. Something happened somewhere. Your own mama didn't want you. Either when you did find a woman you love, she betrayed you, she played you, she used you. You just don't start hating something for nothing. Something happened somewhere. And the bad part about it is a lot of these men are not going to be honest and say the reason why I have so much resentment against women is because of some shit that happened to me. They're not going to say it, ladies. They're not going to say it. Instead, they're going to say it in other languages. They're going to say it by calling you a bitch. They're going to say it by calling you a broad. They're going to express their hurt in a disrespectful manner. Because for one, men have been trained to be a man. So therefore, they're not going to express their feelings because it comes off as being simpish. It comes off as being a lame. So if you do have a black man that's hurting, he's embarrassed. Don't think, listen, some of these black men been molested by their own aunts like R. Kelly. You don't go around hating black women just because something happened somewhere. And instead of you getting therapy and seeking counseling and getting guidance, no, you find your way into these spaces where you're allowed to have room to disrespect other women because of personal shit that you have gone through. No different than black women. Black women, we definitely have trauma issues. That's why a lot of us go in spaces and congregate with women who bash and trash black men all day long. Because the truth is, a lot of us got childhood issues. And a lot of us ain't get no counseling. So I'm not saying this ain't just a black man issue. It's not just a black woman issue. It's a black dysfunctional person issue. But we're going to go ahead on and let Willie D keep talking. Let's get it.
That's the dangerous side of it. So, but we, as the people who do listen to guys in the manosphere, who do get information from these guys to better ourselves, we have to make sure that we don't allow the lines to get crossed up. We got to make sure that we smash the gas on these simps and not allow these simps to mix in with us. Because a lot of them, again, they're hiding within the manosphere and they're trying to justify their behavior and operate within the manosphere in doing so. A lot of these dudes, they ain't got nothing going on. They are broke. They don't believe in working. If they do work, if they get fired, it's everybody's fault. They don't believe in taking care of their families. Some of these dudes are breeders. That's right, they're breeders. They don't take care of the children they have. They shouldn't count in the manosphere, but they're there. Hiding, once again, using inflammatory language.
He just made another point. It's a lot of broken men that are hiding in the manosphere. A lot of ones who ain't handling their business, but because they got so much to say about women, they get an all-access pass. They are allowed. I could be an ain't shit ass dude. I could be broke. I could be living with my mama. Listen, a lot of these dudes, they're not being transparent about their dysfunctional situation. A lot of them come in these spaces, still living, with family members who got to take care of them, not family members they taking care of. It's one thing if you staying with family, but you taking care of family. I know some grown ass men in their 40s, and I'm not going to call them out because a lot of y'all may be fanboys in here. They living off of women who live in Section 8 apartments, but you won't know that because he's sitting behind an expensive microphone. He got a state-of-the-art studio with all this expensive $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 equipment and live streaming. You won't know that because you're going off of his image. A lot of these dudes are hiding behind image. They hiding behind the expensive cars. They hiding behind the tailor-made suits. They hiding behind the cow shops. They hiding behind the donations. And with all of that are still broken little boys who can only feel whole, can only feel superior as long as it looks like they got it going on. It's one thing looking like you got it going on and really having it going on. The problem is you have some of these dudes, like a lot of these black women out here, they're more concerned with their image than their reality. A lot, that's the problem with the black community. We want to look good instead of really being good. Third World says the niggas in the black manosphere got what they asked for, now mainstream. And so their talking points, a way of thinking, careful what you wish for, just may come in a negative way. Yes, sometimes you have to be careful with the message you put out there, because this is the problem. Again, like whatchamacallit said earlier, you have the weirdos. The weirdos are infiltrating the manosphere. The woman beaters are infiltrating the manosphere. The non-child support payers are infiltrating the manosphere. The child molesters are infiltrating the manosphere. Woman beaters infiltrating the manosphere. And guess what? As long as they can talk about women, y'all don't care. Y'all get them a full access pass. The weirdos done found a way to infiltrate. Exactly, Joe. Not doing, and I'm not saying this to degrade men, but that's part of being a man, paying bills. Now, I'm not saying you simp for a woman and pay her mortgage, her cars, her notes, and you not in a relationship with her, you not married to her. That's tricking. That's different. But I'm saying a lot of, listen, the message y'all putting out there, the problem is the weirdos, they think it's acceptable. I ain't got to give a woman no money. I ain't got to take care of no woman. If y'all in a relationship, hello, yes you do. We ain't talking about tricking. We ain't talking about that. The problem is it's the woman beaters, the child molesters, the weirdos who got a space in the manosphere. That is the problem. And y'all letting them right on in. You know why? Y'all letting them on in because they co-signing on y'all narratives. It don't matter if you're a child molester. It don't matter if you're a woman beater. It don't matter if he been unemployed. And listen, you got dudes in the manosphere, their wives are paying the bills. Their wives, their girlfriends. As much as they preach about single mothers, they living with women they ain't married to. Screwing them every night and giving them babies. A lot of them ain't living what they preaching, but because they know how to sound animated and they know how to look good and dress up and wear the latest expensive clothes behind a $5,000 microphone, y'all giving them praises and worship service. Let's go.
To make themselves feel better, to cause confusion. These guys, these are the same guys who have never been good with women, period. A lot of them talk about their experiences with women. A lot of them don't even have experiences in real relationships because they're tricks. Anytime they've had sex, they had to buy. Right? They had to pay for it.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. That's another thing. A lot of these guys who claim they know women, they really don't know women. They don't know women. And you can always tell the ones who don't know women because them the ones who's dropping the word bitch bombs throughout the panel. Them the ones who labeling women as broads, as hoes. And they do it all the time. Somewhere that brother has been hurt. Something has happened. You're not going to just go around here calling women that for nothing. Somebody did something to you, bro, and you never got no counseling. You didn't get no therapy. Something happened. For every woman to be a bitch, for every woman to be a broad, if you're using words that strong, something has happened to you. Third World, how you a well-to-do, high-value man, but you begging your subscribers to pay your light bill. Oh, where the damn tambourine? I can't find my damn tambourine. Damn, I can't find the tambourine third. These are the ones. Y'all not doing credit check on these bitter brothers. Y'all letting the ones in who already damaged goods. And a lot of them, some of them ain't good with women. Again, I ain't talking about all black men. If it doesn't apply, you got to reply. You know how many men come on the panels trashing women all day and don't have one? You know how many men come on the panel dragging women all day? And the woman he has, he's miserable with her? But you wouldn't think that because he's up here bashing women all day. So you don't think he got an issue with women. And it's nothing but another form of deflecting. It's no different than black women who go around here bashing all black men because she mad with her damn baby daddy. She mad her baby daddy ain't paid his child support this month. She mad with him. She mad she got knocked up from a bum and a loser. So she's going around here hating all black men. Everybody got to pay the price because she got knocked up from a Jaquan, a Daquan. All black men ain't shit. All black men are dead beats because she got knocked up from a Hakeem or a Rakeem. So she bitter. She got animosity towards all black men. Same thing with a lot of these brothers out here. Y'all really think it ain't no bitter black men walking around here? Why? Because he got a good job? You think he ain't a bitter black man because he drive a nice car? You think he ain't a bitter black man because he got his own business? You can have all of that and still not feel worthy because a woman done wronged you somewhere. A woman done embarrassed you somewhere. There was a woman somewhere, probably your own mama, who told you wasn't going to be shit. A woman somewhere said you ain't going to be shit. You're going to be just like your daddy. Your own mama told you wasn't going to be nothing. So you around here, you angry at all black women and you hiding behind the MANOSPERE. Moving on.
A lot of these dudes, when they are in relationships, they couldn't get along with no woman. And what does that tell you? It tells you that if you've had all of these relationships with all of these women and none of them have went right, listen, fam, I get it. All good things must come to an end, but at least one or two of your relationships should have ended amicably, right? You know, we split because it didn't work out. Yeah, I was mad at the time, but you know what? We came back around and now we cool. We're friends. We at least civil toward one another. But every single woman that you've ever been in a relationship with, you mad at, you still mad, made you hate all women.
Thank you. That's my point. A lot of these weirdos, these undercover woman haters, these weirdos that's getting a free access pass to the MANOSPERE. Do y'all not realize some men are just not good with women? In fact, some are just terrible. And I get it. Yes, you got black women out here who can't keep a man to save their life. They can't even keep Jesus. Trust me, I know some women, they cannot keep a man to save their life. Every man they get don't stay with them long. I know a few of them on YouTube. I'm not going to say their name. But you got some men, they can't keep women. They very complicated in relationships. See, you men, you get on these panels and y'all don't discuss that. Y'all sit up here and want to discuss how all black women is dysfunctional. That's why they can't keep a man. But truth be told, some of y'all bitter brethren, they can't keep no woman. You know what? As much as black women get dragged, I've known many who have taken in black men who ain't had nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ain't had a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. What's up, American Negro? How you doing? Good to see you. I've known women who have picked up dudes who didn't even have a pair of drawers. You know how many black women done sat up there and took a man in who ain't had nothing, but then but the thing about it is, if we do it, we ain't giving no credit for it. Let a white woman do it, and they'll say, see, she supported that brother when he was down on his luck. She supported that brother when he came from nothing. But a black woman pick up a black man who ain't got shit. We told we dumb. We told we stupid. We take a chance on love thinking we gonna benefit if we take a man from nothing and help build them. But we don't get credit for that. I know many women who done picked up these build-a-bum ass dudes, had to buy them their first pair of drawers, had to buy them a suit for them to get a job so they can have something presentable to wear at a damn interview. Yes, no drawers, priest. A lot of these brothers ain't gonna admit it, but your wife brought your first pair of drawers, boo. Your wife, your girlfriend, your living girlfriend, you living in her Section A apartment, and you know your baby mama only paying $20, $30 worth a month for rent. That's how you able to afford that expensive studio equipment to get on live stream and do your platform and your channel, because you're staying with your baby mama who's living in Section A housing. You ain't helping her pay that $30 rent. What's up, Uno? Contrary to what many may think, some of these black men are living good because they living off of other black women. But they're in the manosphere talking shit about black women, but living off of one. Now, I'm not talking about the ones you working, you paying your bills, you maintaining, you doing what you got to do. I ain't talking about all black men. I'm talking about the undercover weirdos that are going on these panels bashing and degrading women because they got a piece of job. But they ain't telling you how they got it, though. They ain't telling you they woman had to pay for them to get their CDL. They ain't telling you behind every successful black man is a black woman. My husband did not get his roofing company by himself. Guess who was in the background helping him? Guess who do all the paperwork on his contracts? Me. Guess who prints out his t-shirts? Guess who makes his t-shirts so him and all of his the people who work for him could represent his company properly? I make the t-shirts. I do it. That they get in the manosphere talking shit on women, and half of them, their mama had to co-sign on them to get their car, to get their truck, so they could so they could get a CDL. Sit up there and talk all that, but the truth is, a woman done did something for your ass somewhere in the process. Even if it was your mama, letting you stay with her for a while till you get on your feet. That's the problem. Y'all want to take 100%, 1,000% of credibility like women have never contributed, and that's bullshit, because you've had women who co-signed on loans for their husbands to start their own business. You had women who co-signed on trucks. You know, when my husband was starting out, his credit was so bad, I put all his work trucks in my name till he got on his feet. Now all his trucks in his name. So don't sit up here and tell me that there ain't no legitimate black women out here, because that's bull crap. You know how many women done took charges so their man wouldn't have to go to prison, wouldn't have to go to jail? Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all just sit up here and talk about the black women who ain't shit. And then the thing about it is, y'all give the space to the wrong type of women. Y'all let women on your panels, your platforms, who have an agenda, and the real women who do support you, who do cash app you, who have been rocking with you since you started your channel back in 2016, 17, they're the ones y'all give y'all ass to kiss, because y'all let the weirdos infiltrate the manosphere. Thank you, American Negro, for the $9 donation. Appreciate it. Y'all let the weirdos talk slick to your female subscribers. Y'all let the weirdos get on the panel and talk shit and drag women, and you sit there as a host and you tolerate it because you don't want to seem like a simp protecting and defending the black women who did support you before the bitter berries came along on the panel and the platform. A lot of guys I had to stop supporting because they let their red pill attack dogs disrespect me. Now, if you got black women coming in there talking reckless, talking shit, disrespecting, disturbing the atmosphere, then that's different. She get whatever disrespect that's warranted to her. But some of y'all done become so red pill consumed, you let your loyal female subscribers get disrespected, and you wonder why they don't go to your panel no more. You wonder why they stop cash apping. You wonder why they're not in your chat anymore. Let's go. Let's get it. Keep speaking, Willie.
How does that work out? How does that work? It don't compute to me. So to me, the common denominator is you. So stop trying to hide behind the manosphere.
Hello.
You give the dudes who are doing the real work a bad name. Let me tell you something, fam. I've had my ups and downs in relationships. I've had my heart broken, and I've broken some hearts. You don't see me out here on the internet talking down on women all day, every day.
All day, every day. All day, every day. Can't have a panel without the bitch word, the broad word, third word. Give credit where credit is due. That's the problem with these capping ass niggas. Exactly. And the sad part is, you don't, it's so sad now. You don't even have to do nothing to get disrespected. I've been in spaces and got disrespected because I'm a woman. Just being a woman. Ain't said shit, ain't did shit. Just sitting in the chat, congregating with my fellow brethren. And here comes the red raging pill pit bull on the panel that got to come out his mouth and say something disrespectful. And the bad part is, if you defend yourself, you the bitter black woman. And I get it. That's why a lot of these men, I'm going to give the men this. Y'all are smart. Y'all don't go into spaces where y'all know black women hate y'all. I would give the men this. Y'all don't go in spaces where black women, you know black women don't like you. You know black women push negative narratives. I would give men that credit. And the problem is, the women, we think we can go in these spaces, and we think because we being polite, we think because we're being soft-spoken, we think we can be an asset to the panel. And all it takes is the goddamn weirdo, the undercover man-hater who finally got full access pass to the manosphere. Soon as you say something, he coming out the mouth. Why you got these bitches up here on your panel? Why you got these bras up here on the panel? It's always one. What's up, Lex? It's always one. Always. Exactly, priest. Once you got called out, you stopped going. You knew you didn't belong there. That's why I stopped going a lot of places. I know where I don't belong. I know why I don't belong. You disrespected me, and I'm coming in. You're allowing your red pill attack dogs to disrespect women who come in there acting like they got common sense. And let me tell y'all something. Listen, ladies, this is another thing. All it takes is one black woman to get out of pocket, and these undercover weirdos, they run with it. They run with it. See, this is why you don't need to let these black bitches on the panel. See, you gonna let one ignorant black woman sit up there and set the tone for how you treat all women on your platform? Get the fuck out of here with that. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. And they can't wait. They can't wait for a black woman to get out of pocket. They can't wait so they can prove their point. See. This is why you can't let these black bitches on your panel all kind of way. See, this is what you get. You simping, letting these black women come on your panel. Listen, no sister speaks for how I carry myself as a black woman. Don't speak for me. Don't speak for me. All it takes is one ignorant sister. And I told these sisters, stop going on these panels where these brothers are gang banging you. I stopped going in spaces because these hosts, they will not protect you. These male consecrators, they're not going to protect you from getting gang banged on the panel. They'll sit right there and let you get screwed from the front, let you get screwed from the back. Then they'll let another one put it in your mouth. They'll sit there and let you get attacked. They have no order in their panel, no order on their platform. But you know what the crazy part is? Listen, y'all, these same men that are attack dogs, let one woman get out of character and he will convince the host not to let women come on the panel anymore. The undercover weirdo, they love to see a black woman get out of line because he will use that and he will run with it. And women, if y'all sitting in spaces like this, I guarantee you, sooner than later, you're going to be disrespected. Sooner than later, that host who you've been cash apping, that host who you've been donating to, that host you've been loyal to, he's not going to defend you. He's not going to protect you. Yes, priest, I'm going off today, honey. I'm going off because I'm tired of it. I'm a little on the ratchet side today. I'm going to be good tomorrow. I promise you, priest. I'm going to go back to being a respectable black woman tomorrow. I will be a lady tomorrow. But I'm a bitch today. I will go back to being a lady tomorrow. I promise y'all. I'm going to be a good girl tomorrow. But this is the crazy part. These guys, the undercover red pill, the undercover attack dog, they will tell these male content creators that they letting women run their platforms. But listen, ain't you trying to run a platform? If you telling a man he shouldn't allow women on here, aren't you trying to run his platform as well? Can anybody answer that for me? It's all over, Lex. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. That's why I don't congregate. I don't go into many male spaces anymore because they allow the female subscribers to get gangbanged. They let you get verbally graped on the panel. And they sit there and they turn their head the other way. Knowing you getting gangbanged, they don't do nothing about it. My thing is, if there's a woman being disrespectful, then yeah, she coming on there, she's changing the energy, she's going at the men all kind of way, then yeah, she deserves to get the energy she get back. But my thing is, you sit there and you allow the undercover weirdos, the red pill pit bulls, attack dogs to devour women who come into your space who don't deserve it. That's my problem. I don't care if you talk about women all day. That's your business. I don't. But the problem is, a lot of these spaces that was supposed to be co-ed friendly, a space that was supposed to be for men and women, slowly but surely is going directly into a man cave because they are running the women away. They're running them away. The women are tired of being disrespected, and you have a lot of women, they're divesting now. Because every space they tried to go to be accepted as a black woman, they got disrespected. So a lot of women are divesting. And you have these undercover, and you got these red pill attack dogs talking about women divesting and how women ain't loyal and women ain't faithful and you can't trust these women. Well, the problem is, when these women first tried to rock with you, and they was supporting you, they was cash apping you, they was donating to you, they was faithful to you, you started letting your red pill attack dogs disrespect your female subscribers, so they started leaving and going places where they felt more safer and respected. Exactly, Brownie. That's why I keep myself out of these space. That's all you can do. Ain't no point of arguing with them. A lot of times I would have tried to be civil and talk to the guys on the side and say, look, you letting you need to keep your red pill attack dogs on the leash. You letting them disrespect me, you letting them attack me, and you're not doing anything. They'll do something about it for 5 minutes. Next thing you notice, they letting them back in to attack you some more. They have no rules. They have no boundaries. It's too many ninjas. Exactly, Joe. It's too many red pill, blue ball ninjas. I can't do it. Now, when the MANOSPERE first started out, I followed a lot of guys. A lot of them I followed because it was very balanced. And they wasn't, the disrespect was always there, but it never got to the level to where it is now. And for some reason, once they started letting the women they wanted in the spaces, that's when the MANOSPERE started losing the cause. When they started letting women in who they really undercoverly wanted to screw, that's the loss of the cause. They got addicted to the avatar titties because she knew how to post pictures that show her plump titties. They got addicted to the avatar titties and a soft-spoken voice and the yes, daddy, hi, daddy, how you doing, daddy? A lot of these undercover freaks started infiltrating the MANOSPERE, and because men think with the head downstairs instead of the head upstairs, a lot of these women was able to get in just showing their titties through an avatar. Let's continue.
I'm a man. So should we talking about manhood and masculinity? Take your bitter with your sweet. That's one of the first rules of manhood. Learning to take your bitter with your sweet. Fam, we have won a lot of wars together. But one war we can absolutely not win is a gender war. That's why I don't support nothing, nobody that don't promote bringing us closer together.
Thank you.
We are in a unity crisis. We need all hands on deck.
And that's another thing. I'm glad he made that point, how the gender war has caused a lot of division amongst a lot of black men and black women. And let me tell y'all something. I cannot stress this enough. Stop letting people become a part of the black community just because they co-sign on your narratives. You got a lot of the Beckys and the Brads. Now they have learned how to join forces with us by going against the other. And y'all are letting the Beckys and the Brads, when the hell did it become acceptable for them to tell? When did it become acceptable for Becky to tell you how black women are when she's never been a black woman? She's never been about black women. She's just learned all of the narratives from the MANOSPERE, and she's regurgitating them, and y'all praising her and worshiping her like a Sunday service. No different than the Brads. When did Brad be able to tell you how black men think, how black men are? When they've never been around black men, they've never had to overcome the obstacles black men have had to encounter. When did the Beckys and the Brads started having a place? You know why? Because the ninjas and the ninjarettes allowed it. That's why. Y'all so glad to have somebody on y'all team that's going to oppose who you oppose. Y'all let anybody in. Hell, y'all will let the Ku Klux Klan, y'all will let them in if he's shitting on black men. Y'all will let the Ku Klux Klan in if they shitting on black women. I look for the day I'll go to one of y'all panels and y'all have somebody there with a big ass white mask covering their head shitting on black people. And y'all will let them sit right there. And it's coming because they letting anybody in, Lex. They letting anybody in, American Negro. They letting anybody in, Brownie. They letting anybody in, Priest. They letting anybody in, Toya. They letting anybody in now. You could be a Ku Klux Klan. Talk about black women. These men will let you right on in the manosphere. Talk about black men. These sisters will let you right on in. God damn, it done got that bad. Anybody could shit on us now, and y'all let them in. Ain't nobody man or woman enough to say, wait a minute, we got to draw the line. No disrespect to you, Becky, but you don't know enough about sisters to be having an opinion on black women. You ain't had to overcome the adversaries black women have had to overcome. What make you think she got it all together? She trying to fit in. Listen, Becky trying to fit in with you because she know her own won't deal with her because he knows her like y'all know black women. The Brads know their Beckys like the Beckys know their Brads. That's why the Beckys and Brads are slowly coming over here because they're trying to find somewhere to sit in. Their own kind don't want to deal with them. Believe it or not, there's discrimination even in that world, even in the Becky and Brad world. They ain't crazy about each other like that. What's up, Kai? Because they done turned me up this morning, Kai. That's what it is. Because it's sad. The division done got so sad. Y'all letting anybody come up in this bitch. Anybody coming up in there. I told y'all I will be a lady tomorrow. I'm not going to be a respectful, classy black lady today. Today, I'm Keisha. I will go back to be a mocha tomorrow. I promise you. I'm going to be a lady tomorrow, but I'm being a bitch today. Okay? Let's get it.
But what say you? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Okay, y'all. So as y'all can see, I played the whole Willie D video. If you're not subscribed to him already, you're welcome to subscribe. If you're not a Willie D fan, you ain't got to subscribe. But I'm like this. If somebody's telling the truth, I don't care if it's a bum on the street. I will take truth from a bum on the street who smell like piss if he's telling the truth, before I accept it from a politician who's well-dressed and telling me a lie. The truth is the truth. And this was the one time I couldn't put my finger on it. I knew something had happened in the manosphere that caused so much division in the movement. And you know what? It's not even just black women. You got black men who disrespect other black men. I see it everywhere I go. You got other men airing other men's laundry. That's a very feminine thing to me, but it's gotten so out of hand where you got men that are degrading other men because a man is not being flashy with his money, or he has other plans, he has other things he's trying to do with his money. I told y'all I went on somebody's content. I seen it was like 5-6 black men on a panel. They're like little high school boys in a locker gym sizing each other up. Man, I got 4-5 cars. My nigga, how many cars you got? Man, I got 6 cars. They was going back and forth like little high school boys talking about who had what and who didn't. I'm like, you know what? As much as y'all get on black women, y'all do the same thing to each other. And black women, we've been pissing on each other for years. We always done that. But to see black men pissing on other black men, this just goes to show you how far we have gotten away from the cause. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Listen, there's more to life than just talking about black women all day, day in and day out. It's so many other issues that are going on in the world. No different than I'm not going to sit there and listen to women who talk about black men all goddamn day. It's so much other stuff that's going on that needs to be discussed. Exactly. Like gossip. Yeah, just straight up gossiping like females. But like Willie D said, and I couldn't understand it. But after watching his content, his video, it made sense to me. The manosphere started derailing when they let the undercover child molesters in, when they let the undercover woman beaters, they let men that have come from dysfunctional childhoods. That's why it's so much disrespect amongst women in some of these spaces. You got a lot of hurt men who have been hurt as boys, and they never got help. They never got counseling. Some of them, their mothers passed away. Their mothers died before they could make peace with why they were treated the way they were treated in their childhood. A lot of these men will never have peace because their mothers died. They passed on. He can't ask her, why did you abuse me when I was a little boy and I couldn't defend myself? Why did you tell me I wasn't going to be shit? Why did you tell me I'm going to end up like my dad? A lot of these men, their mothers have passed away. So they was never able to ask why they was abused by their own black mamas. A lot of them are walking around here still holding that pain and that hate. And the thing about it is too, it's gotten so bad that they don't even like Lex. They don't even like black women reading them. But guess what? Whether y'all want to admit that shit or not, we understand y'all more than you understand yourselves. Whether we want to admit it, y'all understand us more than we understand ourselves. I don't give a damn if you get with a Becky or Brad or whoever. We all, as black men and black women, we all have had to overcome a lot of the same obstacles. We all have had to fight the same war. I don't care if you go to Peru, Brazil, you're still a black man that still got to overcome everyday black man adversaries. It don't matter where you go or who, what other race of a woman you pick up. Ain't nobody gonna understand you like a black woman to understand you. That's the whole bottom line. You go where you want to go. And I'm not knocking nobody who's with a Becky. I'm not knocking if you're a passport brother. Ain't nobody ever understand you like a black woman would. You can hate me all you want, but at the end of the day, you need me. You need me. Becky don't understand your adversaries. She don't understand all of what you had to overcome. She'll never know you like I know you, and you mad about that, and that's why you go on the other side. You want somebody who not going to read your ass for what you are. No different than black women who choose to go with a Brad. They rather deal with somebody who they feel they could get over because they know the Brad don't understand the adversaries of being black like a black man does. Y'all can play with it if you want to, but the truth of the matter is a lot of y'all dysfunctional as hell. I don't care if you get with a Becky or a Brenda. A lot of you can't keep women because you nasty and you disrespectful as hell. No different than a lot of these sisters out here. They can't keep a man because they reckless at the mouth. They're disrespectful. They don't know how to talk to a man. A lot of you men, you just don't know how to talk to women. Just because you know how to screw women, screwing a woman and being able to get a woman and keep one is not the same goddamn thing. You can screw multiple women. Your dick does not define your character as a man. It does not make you a man. I don't care how much times you use your dick. It don't make you a man. It don't make you one. And that's the problem. Y'all been barbershop talk. Like women, we've been salon talk. Y'all been barbershop talk. Y'all been taught to think that part of being a man is how often you use your manhood. And I didn't got a goddamn thing to do with it. Being a man is taking care of your family, having a relationship with God, getting a good woman that's going to handle her business, that's going to be there for you and genuinely care for you. That's what being a man is. I don't give a damn if you work at Popeyes as a manager. It's legal. It takes a lot of balls to be a man to get your money the slow and legal way than the fast and illegal way, the way you getting locked up from your family for years at a time. You losing out on your children growing up, and your woman got to put money in your books out years and years at a time. So I respect men who out here grinding and doing it the legal way, the right way. And guess what? You ain't got to demean another man to feel like a man. You ain't got to sit up here and bash. What's up, Seaport? You ain't got to sit up here and bash what another man don't got like you to make yourself feel more like a man. Every man, his journey is different. How dare you? Because you got a man who's fixing air conditioners and units and fixing refrigerators. How dare you degrade him as a man because you wearing a suit and some gator shoes and you degrade a man who works with his hands? How dare you? You got men who appear dragging other men about the money they make. Why is you pocket watching how another man supports and provides for his family? Willie D is also upset with Brad Jordan because they could have been on the 50 years of hip hop on BET, and Scarface did not let Willie know. I saw that, American Negro. This is going off topic, but I am going to shut down in a little bit, so I will address it. I did see that, as I stated, for all who are not aware with Willie D is a part of the group called the Ghetto Boys. They was really hot during the early 90s. They did the song My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, and basically the BET had an award for all the legends, all the icons, all the old hip-hop legends to come and perform the old classic hits. Long story short, only Scarface was invited to do one of the Ghetto Boys songs, and they did not invite Willie D, and Willie D felt some type of way about it. This is my opinion, and like I said, right is right, wrong is wrong. That was a group song, so therefore the group should have been there. Willie D should have had a part in that. Now, if Scarface was just doing his own song, like Never Seen a Man Cry Till I Seen a Man Die, which is one of my favorite Scarface songs or whatever, then that's different. I think Willie D should have been there. He deserved to be there to perform with his fellow brethren. Now, don't forget Bushwick Bill, the midget in the group, he died a couple of years ago. So both of them are left. They should have had that moment together. They already lost a fellow member, who they'll never be able to perform with again. And I really think he should have had that moment, American Negro. I just feel, yes, Scarface should have extended that and said, no, we did that as a group. If y'all ain't inviting my my friend or whatever, I'm not coming. They should have had that moment together. That's my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. Thank you, Indy Cider, for the $20 donation. American Negro says, men in suits irritate me. They are the type that don't know how to change a flat tire. And you ain't lying. You ain't lying. They think they too pretty. To me personally, I've always liked guys who use their hands. I like guys who do real. I'm not saying if you not in a suit, you ain't doing real work. But I like men who build things, who makes things, who fixes things, who really uses their hands. That's just me. But, everybody got their own preference or whatnot. But anyway, before I get ready to shut things down, the whole purpose of me doing this content, again, is not to knock all black men, because I don't put all black men in the same group, because I don't want all black men putting me in the same group. Nothing pisses me off more that when a man is discussing women, he says all women, black women. I'm a black woman, so why are you putting me in the same box with everybody else? That's my thing. So this content was not to drag all black men, because all black men are not the same. And I get that. It's unfortunate that you got a lot of brothers, they don't think that all black women are not the same. They put us all in the same box. They don't separate one from the other. They think everybody wear a weave. They think everybody got multiple baby daddies. They think all of us ain't never been married. They just put all of us in the same box. And that's the only part that really be pissing me off. You know what I mean? Is that, listen, you got a problem with them sisters? You address those sisters. Don't put me in the same box with them. I don't have multiple baby daddies. I've never been with a man in prison. And don't sit up here and put me in the same box. That is my problem. I don't care. Talk about black women all day. Don't put that shit on me. Why, when I come in your panel, your chat room, it's always a red pill attack dog. Listen, true story. This was years ago. I went in Red Supreme chat, because me and Red Supreme, we cool. We get along and stuff. I went in his chat one day because I don't get notifications from his channel. I don't know why. And I'm subscribed to him. But I don't know how to get notifications. But one day I caught him going live. I said, okay, I'm gonna stop by, holler at him, see what he been doing, whatever. So I go in there, right? I'm in the chat room. It's a lot of men in the chat. Right? So, I'm up there. I'm being polite, because I know I'm surrounded by a bunch of red pill attack dogs. You feel me? So I'm not going to go in a red pill space and talk shit to any of these men, because I know they're going to gangbang me, right? I know they're going to gangbang me the moment I say anything out of pocket. So I'm going in there and I'm commenting and giving my own little intake on whatever Red was talking about at the time. I think Red be on vacation and stuff a lot in Vegas and all kind of stuff, Kai. So that's probably why. Red Supreme, he stay on the go. He stay traveling. He stay doing things and stuff like that. He stay bossing up. So that's probably why you probably didn't hear from him, because I know he travels a lot. But I'm in the chat room, and this red pill ninja, who I never met, never seen, don't know him from a can of paint. Why does red pill ninja? This is the disrespect that black women go through on a daily basis. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of you men don't understand the unfiltered, unnecessary disrespect that a lot of us go through. A lot of women don't talk about this because, for one, we know the majority of y'all don't give a shit. And secondly, you wouldn't believe it. But I'm in there. This dude comes at me, talk about, why are you in here? No women allowed. I said, I had to take a moment of silence. attack me. And this has happened on so many occasions. And I'm not the only black woman. It's several black women. We cannot go in a man's space without the red pill ninja going for the juggler. He tells me, yeah, I should have told him I was a trans. You right, priest. He sits up here and goes off and tells me I'm not welcome. Now, mind you, this is Red Supreme's channel. Red runs this. Who the hell was he to tell me I'm not welcome when I've been rocking with Red forever? Me and Red go back like Cadillacs and 8-tracks. You get what I'm saying? And Red saw it. Red peeped it. That's what I do. Like, Red will monitor his chat. Some of y'all so damn busy getting the cash apps and shit. Y'all like the damn pastors in the congregation. Y'all so busy looking at who put money in the plate. You ain't paying attention to any of your church members that's getting disrespected and handled all kind of way. Red saw it and he addressed him right away. He said, no, bro, you're not going to do that with her. She good peoples. Red addressed it right away. The rest of y'all so busy on the panel running y'all mouth. Y'all don't even pay attention to your female subscribers getting disrespected. Lex says, Mocha, all this pill talk is just crazy to me, but I get it. But just call me a woman, not pink pill or all that. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, that's a no. Exactly. Kai says, I tell these dudes, I'm not red pill or blue pill. I'm just a black man that gave a white boy a choice. For real. Factoids, exactly, American Negro. Indy says, these dudes who are telling you you aren't welcome in red space usually don't run anything in real life, not even their own life. Exactly. And see, that's a problem with the manosphere. The undercover, the undercover anti-women haters, the weirdos, they're coming into spaces like, you know, where you have men that are trying to do something good with their platform. They're trying to do something good with their channel. Now, I can respect a man that does content on black women, even if it's stuff that I feel ain't accurate, but he's not disrespecting the black women. You get what I'm saying? It's not, you know, it's one thing if he's talking about women, but when I come in and I'm listening, and just because I have a difference in opinion, he ain't telling me to shut the F up. He ain't, you know, letting people block me who got wrenches because I have a difference in opinion. You know what I mean? That's the thing. If you're going to talk about women or whatever, do you, but, you know, stop allowing the undercover weirdos to chase your female supporters off. Y'all letting the weirdos run off the women, and we ain't got nothing to do with it. You can't even get on a panel. I don't get on panels with a bunch of men anymore. I've been stopped doing that. If I do get on a panel with a guy, he's going to have to be by himself. Because the red pill ninja, he's going to change the energy. The red pill ninja is going to bring his woman hating ass energy on the panel. And the moment I say something that he disagrees with, even if I say it respectfully, he's going to attack me. I've been attacked on the strength of just being a woman. I've been attacked just having a difference in opinion. Brownlee, a lot of people are too emotionally invested to strangers on the internet. Absolutely. Very good point indeed. American Negro, difference of opinion and pushback is great for conversations. And anybody that don't realize that has a mental problem. That's what I'm saying. We're not supposed to be on the same accord. You know, but I've been in spaces where you will have a woman saying something that makes way more sense by herself than the 50 guys that's on the panel. One man will get mad because what she's saying is making sense. The red pill pit bull will get mad because he feels like the woman on the panel is getting too much shine. The red pill ninja will disrespect the black woman because what she's saying actually makes more sense than what he's saying. And he's threatened by her level of intelligence. So therefore, he will insult her. He will say something out of pocket to derail her from finishing, getting out her points. He'll make her lose her level of intelligence. This is another thing women have to understand. When you go into these women hating spaces, even if you are talking with 100% intelligence, with 100% intellect, the red pill attack dog, he's going to butt in while you are talking. He's going to say something, do something to take you out of character. He does not want you to seem intelligent. He wants to piss you off and make you get out of character so he can say, see, there she go. That's the bitter black woman. Look at her. Look at her. She's just like the rest of these black women. She no different from the other these black women. She's just like the rest of them. That's what they do. They invite you to fight you. They'll invite you to their panels only to let their bitter brethren gangbang you on the panel. And they sit there and won't do nothing about it. I've been invited just to get jumped. You know what I mean? That's like being in high school and you got your friends setting you up and saying, hey, let's walk this way today. Y'all been taking the same route from school to home for years. All of a sudden this day, they want you to take a different route. So you thinking they your friend. Okay, we could take this route. They convince you to take a different route. This shorter. We ain't going to go the way we've been going. Let's go this way. This is a shorter route. You're thinking they your friends, so you're going to go along with them. But what they don't tell you is they setting you up for the kill because they already know it's a group of people who want to jump you, who done lured them into telling them to convince you to come that direction so they could jump you. A lot of these guys will invite you to the panel just to set you up to get verbally ambushed. Let me tell you, you male content creators, you already know who your attack dogs are. And you will intentionally, you will let women come on your panel knowing your attack dog going to try to bite her every chance he get. If you want to keep it a red pill space, just keep a red pill. Stop inviting women to your space to get attacked. Just so you can get more views. Just so you get more brownie points because you allowed the bitter brethren to attack and verbally jump on a black woman who didn't come there for that. Contrary to what many may think, a lot of black women, we go to these spaces because we want conversation. We like to talk. We like to conversate. We like to socialize. We come to get social. We think we're going to get socialized. We get brutalized. We get brutalized. You know you got pit bulls. Listen, if I know a certain sister, a friend of mine, she always going in on black women. Why am I invite she's always going in on black men. Why am I going to invite black men on the same panel knowing how she is? Knowing her energy. It's common sense. A lot of y'all be doing it on purpose. Y'all let women, y'all make it seem like y'all platform is female friendly. And then when these women get comfortable and they come there because they've been rocking with you a lot and ain't been no problems, then you start letting the undercover weirdos come in the MANOSPERE. He's talking reckless to her, disrespect to her, and you sitting there and you letting it go. Because if you defend this black woman, they're going to call you a simp. Brownie Ellie says, I've been in chat trying to warn them because sometimes I can see it already from the beginning. Brownie, that's wisdom. That's called wisdom because you've been in the space long enough. You already see the energy before you get up there. I'm the same way. That's why a lot of guys, I don't go to their stuff no more. I already know what's coming. You know what's coming. That's like going to a party with a bunch of drunk, rowdy, horny men and you the only female there. What you think gonna happen? Priest, we need to bring jail yard rules into effect. Gay black men go over there. Priest, you know what? I'm not even gonna follow up behind you. Andy says, inviting women on the panel to attack is an online version of being a predator. except they're too cowardly to say it to their face in person. Exactly. Exactly. But I appreciate Willie D for breaking it down. He made sense. That's what's going on, y'all. The reason there's so much disrespect to women, in case y'all women couldn't figure it out, I couldn't figure it out until Willie D broke it down to a science, and he made sense. Like I said, I don't agree with all his content. I don't watch everything he puts up there, but what he said on this is the truth. The weirdos, they letting the women hate, the women hater weirdos are coming into space. The ones who have been rejected, the ones with mommy issues. I say you're not hating. You're not going to hate something just to hate it. Something has happened. Something has happened. You're not going to be a black man. You up here hating women for no reason. No more than a black woman. She's the majority of her narratives are against black men. Something happened. That sister probably been molested. That sister home father probably, she witnessed her own father beating on her mother. Something has happened. You don't go around hating something just to hate it. And the truth is, a lot of these men, they butt hurt. They've been rejected somewhere. Their mama didn't want them, or the first woman who they really fell in love with played them, betrayed them. Something happened. You not going around here calling all black women bitches and hoes and thoughts. Something happened to you, brother. You need to get some counseling. You need to get some spiritual healing. I tell sisters the same thing. You hate black men that bad, you need some therapy. Listen, I've been through enough of stuff. I got every reason why I can hate black men. I got every reason. But I don't let none of my personal feelings mold me into building that type of, into programming myself to having that type of animosity. For one, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. When you go around building that type of hate, it makes you a ticking time bomb. If I built a level of hate towards black men, every time a black man gets out of pocket with me, I'm going to be going off on him. I'm going to be keeping a bullet in a chamber, waiting to execute, waiting to empty my clip. You not hating the opposite gender just because of Kevin Samuels or whoever you feel has an issue. You've been having that issue. It just took somebody like him. It just took somebody to give you even more of a reason to hate what you already been hating. Anyway, you've been hating. You just glad somebody is clapping you on to help you hate what you already hate. You've been hating. You ain't started hating black women overnight. You've been hating black women somewhere in your childhood. Your mama did something to you. Your aunt, somebody did something to you. Your first love, the first woman you really loved and cared about shitted on you. Something happened. Shatira says, exactly, I can't blame all for the actions of one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Follow this video. I don't know what's up. It gets old. That's why I don't go Willie D channel anymore. Yeah. Like I said, I get it. Everybody ain't fans of Willie D, and I get it. A lot of people I used to follow, I don't follow anymore. I don't watch a lot of Willie D's channels. I watch mostly the news. I like when he gives comments on police brutality. I like most of his political stuff. But he hit the nail on this one. We got too many goddamn weirdos and a manosphere, y'all. It's too many of them. They can't wait to get on the panel and brutalize women all day. You can listen to Kevin Samuels, but love all women. Entertainment is not real life. Touch a black woman in front of me, we have a problem. Over racist our video. Exactly. You got to know it's nothing wrong with listening to some fuckery, but God, I mean, I have some guidelines. You just sitting up there letting Brad and Becky just down the opposites, down your people. I mean, wow, come on. It's just wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. Anyway, y'all, I chatted long enough. I really appreciate y'all catching alive this morning. It was very necessary because, again, I could not figure out the life of me what the problem was. But that's the problem. Now that I got it figured out, that's going to be even more the reason I'm going to stay away from these red pill women hating spaces. I'm not going to argue with you guys. I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to donate to you. You got your red pill attack dogs that'll do that. You know what I mean? I'm not in the business of trying to make these guys change their mind about how they perceive women. I'm not in the business of doing that because the truth is a lot of people, they're comfortable with hating. Sometimes hating something or hating someone gives people a sense of empowerment. The moment you hate something, it makes you feel like you have gained some level of power. Because once you hate something, you avoid it. You don't feel you have to respect it. And you don't feel you have to protect it. So that is where a lot of this woman hating thing has been coming from. Because like I said, I never seen it be that bad until the last couple of years. I used to follow a lot of the MANOSPERE brothers. A matter of fact, I rocked with a lot of them before I even started rocking with any of the sisters. But somewhere along the lines got blurred and crossed. And I couldn't put my finger on it until Willie D opened my brain pores and made me understand. That is what's going on. The MANOSPERE started letting the weirdos have access and gave them full-time membership. So these guys who are broke, unemployed, miserable, not good with women, got mommy issues, all of them are in the MANOSPERE now, ladies. So if you're wondering why you're getting disrespected on the panel and in the chat room, 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with a weirdo who was given full access to the MANOSPERE. Enough said. Definitely want to appreciate everybody who's been hanging out with me. I really appreciate all the energy in here. Like I said, I know I was Keisha today. I will be very classy tomorrow and everything. Priest, I'm going to drink me some water. The bitter binges. I tell you, my chat room, y'all keep it entertaining. There's never a dull moment with y'all. I really appreciate y'all so much. Love y'all. Appreciate the love. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. I will be uploading some more content on some other things and things of that nature. Ladies, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, Mocha's Ladies Lounge. That's my channel specifically for women only. I talk about relationships. No, that's not a man-hating channel. No, it's not. It talks about relationships. We talk about marriage, things of that nature, more positive, trying to lead sisters towards a more positive direction. If you want to go to a man-hating channel, you already know where to go for that. It's plenty of sisters who already do that. I don't do it where I do it at. Again, I appreciate everybody for the cash apps. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all, before y'all leave. Y'all be blessed. You take care. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Have a blessed one.